ESPN's Malika Andrews found herself outside of ESPN studios, and things got really real for her. She made an appearance at the NBA in-season tournament in Vegas, and when the Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA Cup, corporate handlers pushed Malika the Misandrist out there to present the tournament award to the Lakers. All I can say is the audience did not hold back in showing their displeasure with the ESPN host. Take a look.
2023 NBA In-Season Tournament Awards Ceremony, ABC and ESPN's Malika Andrews.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by members of the Boys and Girls Club of...
Take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. Let's talk about it. The audience in Las Vegas this weekend wasn't here for Malika Andrews and vocally showed their disapproval. They heard her name and said they would set it off in there. I guess Malika's handlers thought this was an ESPN studio. They thought they could just throw her out there and everybody would ignore what she's been doing. No, the audience said, forget Malika Andrews and you're not about to fool us with these kids. And I must say it's their fault for even having her come out with these kids when the NBA and ESPN shouldn't have placed them in that position by shoving them out there with Malika. It's so crazy how they've been trying to push this woman on everybody. Up there using these kids, bringing them out there with Malika to save face and possibly gain favor and sympathy. But it didn't work. The audience said forget everybody and stop playing in their faces.
ABC and ESPN's Malika Andrews.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by members of the Boys and Girls Club.
People are obviously tired of Malika Andrews, and no matter how many times ESPN have Stephen A. Smith coming out here on YouTube to come and vouch for her, or corporate media put their flunkies out like Mark Lamont Hill or other feminists like Jamel Hill putting on the cape for Malika, it's not going to change reality. Reality is we're all tired of the disrespect. We see what you people have been doing for years, and now you're being held accountable for it. For over a year and a half now, Malika, she's been getting called out on social media for her antics.
So getting on Malika Andrews about this, I believe is off kilter, and it's a bit extreme.
And of course, you have morons like Mark LaTap Dancing Hill saying things like they don't understand why people have a problem with her.
Why do black men hate Malika Andrews? This is a question that I've been forced to ask myself for the last 2 weeks.
The question should be, why does she hate black men? Yeah, Mark, answer this. Why is Malika Andrews disrespectful to black men?
For over a year, people have been coming for Malika Andrews. For over a year, I see all over the internet people breaking down Malika Andrews' life, her comments, her stories, her thoughts, her body language. And it's all black men, and they've all determined for some reason that Malika Andrews doesn't like black men.
Well, one little correction there. I'm a black woman and I can clearly see what's going on. So maybe, Mark, you've been bucking your eyes for so long you can no longer see. Just my observation, but stop acting clueless.
Ugh, as if.
Like really, you all know what the problem is. It's the same issue that people have with you. And quiet as it's kept, neither one of them have the credibility to spare. The whole playing crazy like they don't know what's going on. I mean, which reason do you want? Like they never saw the disrespect that Malika showed towards former players, talking crazy to them on the show about the NBA, acting like she knew more than them when she never played a day in her life, NBA or WNBA. Maybe play Ring Around the Rosie, but that's about it. I'm talking about the arrogance, the disrespect that she displayed over and over again. Stop acting like y'all don't know about the Adrian Payne situation. The Udoka situation. She was running around ESPN from program to program, being disrespectful, up there really acting like Udoka committed a crime. I mean, the energy she gave that situation, she put it all out there, so we already know where she's at. The Brandon Miller draft day situation, 2000% out of order. I covered it all. I can go on. And you know how they responded to all the complaints on Malika Andrews? They promoted the evil wench. ESPN continued to disrespect their core audience that was loud and clear on their stance on Malika Andrews. They said forget what these people are saying and they promoted this woman. gave her more jobs at the network, gave her more things to cover, and didn't shy away from attempting to make this woman the female Stephen A. Smith. After all she did, they rewarded her, which really showed us everything we needed to know. Why are you even covering men's sports, especially when there's so much to cover in the WNBA? I've shown over and over here how there's a lot of news in the WNBA that Malika Andrews doesn't care about. Numerous reports of how you had these WNBA players chasing their wives and girlfriends around the house, but Eminem, Malika, and Molly the Misandrous twins didn't care about those stories. It's supposed to be protect all women, but they cared nothing about those women. And even after she disrespected Stephen A on his own show, Stephen A is still out here caping for her, talking about she apologized to him, basically saying we should all get over it.
Malika Andrews is a colleague of mine. There's no question about that. We got into our little tussle on the air after the Ime Udoka situation, or as that was brewing. She came at me in a certain way. I checked the situation the way I felt it needed to be checked. We had a conversation. Later, she apologized. I accepted her apology because I'm a human being and I make mistakes too. But we got folks coming at her all the time with death threats and other threats and all of this stuff. Why? Why?
We're not going to play like we don't know that Stephen A. Bosses made him do that. His whole purpose for coming on YouTube, when he's supposed to be the top guy at an official network, is to come over here and run interference. Yeah, we're not dumb, Stephen A. We know what you're doing and it's not going to work. Malika apologizing to you does nothing for the men she's been disrespecting for years now and got rewarded for it. You don't represent all of them. Honestly, you're not even seen as one of the people. You're the op. So sure, she owed you that apology, and just because you forgave her, really because you have no other choice, doesn't mean she won't be critiqued and held accountable when she's out of order. Stephen A. and anybody else they send out on the payroll, there is nothing you can do or say to get people to tolerate the disrespect. No, nothing at all. You're only further destroying your own credibility. And sooner or later, you'll be getting booed too if you keep it up. The support can no longer be manufactured. And this is a very important case study. Go ahead and keep ignoring the voices of the people. You're laying down the groundwork for your own destruction. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about Malika Andrews getting booed while on stage at the NBA tournament in Vegas. Special thank you to Felix. I appreciate you for all of your support, as well as my sisters Coach Lisa, Roxana, Rochelle, and much respect to the brothers Dark Power, Willie, Donald, and Eric. Don't forget that you can support this channel as well. Links to Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.